Hey guys! As always, we go ahead and break down last week's game every single week, looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly. I will say right away, one thing we have to work on, and I'm going to say this before going into this game, is that we have to work on the play clock. Our play clock management. The amount of times we almost got a delay of game penalty in this game, unacceptable. The amount of times that we not only almost got a delay game penalty, but had to call timeouts because of it, unacceptable. We went to the fourth quarter with 10 minutes to go with no timeouts because 2 of them was called to avoid a delay of game penalty. And we also got a delay of game penalty. So it was a mess in that aspect, right? But let's get right into this. Starting off right away, you're going to see a lot of shotgun today. A lot of formations. We did run under center, but it was very rare in this game. And the reason why is the offensive line could not stop their defensive line. And, if you watch throughout the game live, it didn't look that bad. But today we're going to be breaking this down. And trust me, yeah, it gets bad. With that being said, they do pressure us a lot. So, for example, the first play of the game, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total guys blitzing here. And this actually is going to be a really good play call here. So, it's actually pretty much a little screen pass here. So, we have Joe Mixon who goes ahead and lines up in the tight end position. And then it's going to be a hike. And just like this, he gets behind the guys. And it ends up being a catch for around 8 yards. Which I think was a really good play call there. Normally you see screen passes just be like, out of the backfield to the left or right. That was a little bit more of a delayed screen pass. And it actually worked out very, very well. Now this next play, 2nd and 2, is a screen pass to the running back. Yeah, so we went back-to-back screen passes here. I think the reason why we did this is because we knew they were going to blitz us heavy. Like, first play, they bring 5 guys. Second play, they bring 4 guys, right? So, this kind of softens up the defense a little bit, right? Because they want to bring blitzes. They want to get after you, but it's harder to get after you when you're running these screen passes because, again, the point of screen is to throw the ball past the defender, right over his head. And if all the defenders are in the backfield, guess who's not making the tackles downfield? The defenders. So it's actually a really good design starting off right away by Zach Taylor here. Shout out to him for that. 1st down 10, another shotgun play. This first drive was actually pretty dang good for us completely. Joe started off 11 for 14 in this first drive. Now, I will say the first 15 plays of any game is always scripted. Just how it works. So the fact that this first, drive was amazing is not surprising. But start off 11 for 14 is not surprising because, again, these are all scripted plays. So we run the ball there, and that was interesting with Travion Williams. So not Joe Mixon. So we're trying to keep, not avoid giving Joe Mixon the ball, but we're trying to make sure he doesn't we don't overdo it with him, right? And again, we don't really have, a backup right now that's Joe Mixon other than Travion Williams and Chris Evans. Chase Brown currently with a hamstring on IR. So if Joe Mixon gets hurt, we're kind of SOL'd, right? So kind of like this idea / concept, especially because most times that we have had Travion in the backfield has been passing downs. So I think it also kind of kept their defense, out of the picture when it came to, predicting what we were going to do. Because, again, we ran a lot of these plays today out of shotgun. So it's very predictable what we're going to call here. So right here, we got some motion in the ocean with Tyler Boyd. It ends up being just a run play. And Travion does not get a first down. He gets a 1-yard gain. That's the type of concept where if that was Joe Mixon, that would probably be a first down. Let's be honest. But it is what it is. I like the motion in the ocean, though. Kind of, trickery type concept. Honestly, if you get that to Tyler Boyd, he might have been able to get the outside here and actually get a bigger gain. So that's kind of something to think about. 3rd and 2, though, hindsight is 2020. 3rd and 2, it's going to be some motion in the ocean for Tanner Hudson, and it goes right to Tanner Hudson. And I can't stress enough how amazing Tanner Hudson played in this game. And, when you look at the stat sheet, you might be like, well, he didn't look, that crazy great. Come on, man. He did this, and this. But at the end of the day, it's the situations when he caught the ball, right? A 3rd and 2. We have a 3rd and 1 at the end of the game we'll look at in, a couple minutes. Well, not a couple minutes, at the end of this video. But, it was those key situations that he caught the ball, and Joe went to him in those key situations, where if he drops them, any of those passes, it takes away the drive and let alone loses us the game. So Tanner Hudson, not only did he just, get good stats, he also very critical, plays in this game went to him. And it just can't be stressed enough how amazing he played in this game. All right, 1st down and 10, another play out of shotgun here. And this is when things started getting a little bit shaky. So you see number 90 here. He's going against Jonah Williams. And this is just a simple drop back. Joe Mixon in there to block. And play action pass. Yeah. You can see how this is breaking down. And this actually had to be a run play by Joe Burrow, because if not, this was going to be a sack. I mean, 25 is destroying him. We also have right here, 90 is going to be destroying Jonah. And Joe had to go ahead and, to take off. And he takes off running here, and he gets he takes off running, and then he throws the ball here to T. Higgins, which again, another amazing play by Joe here to roll out to the left-hand side, well, not roll out, but take off running there. Keep your eyes down the field, though, because you never know if you can extend the play even farther down the field. And that's, again, another really awesome concept there, well, a really awesome play there to, keep extending the ball here. But, yeah. It's not Orlando Brown, so that is actually, that's Kappa? That is Kappa. Yep, that is Kappa. And that is also, I think, a corner or safety. Dotson, I want to say he's a safety, but the whole number is 25. That is a safety number, but it's, in the NFL. Linebackers can wear that. Javion Clowney's number 14, and that confused the heck out of me. No, he's number 24. That confused the heck out of me. All right, 1st down 10. Look at the play clock. Like, this was a problem throughout the game. I don't know how we kept lining up here, right? And look, we're lined up at 8 seconds on the play clock, which means you're not going to be able to, get your checks in, make sure your guys are set, everything. You don't have that time, because by the time we get to the line, play clock, 2 seconds. 1 second. We don't call a timeout there, but we rush the play, and we get 3 yards on the play. It's just a poor execution of the play clock throughout this game really is the biggest issue. All right, so 2nd down and 7 here, and this is not a screen pass. Wait, hold up. This is not a screen pass. I see why our offensive line was was graded the worst offensive line, grade-wise, for the year so far, for all of our games. And this is why. That is why. This looks like a screen pass, because screen pass, you let the defenders in. This is not a screen pass, guys. This is not a screen pass. Orlando Brown... This is actually Kappa. I think this is Karras. Or Karras, my bad. I always say his name incorrectly. And it ends up being completion here to Irv Smith. Just to show, even under pressure, Joe still dots the fluff up there, man. Great play by Joe. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, I don't think he's blitzing. I think he's covering. So this is a 4-man blitz. Let's see if it drops anymore. Ends up being, it's a 4-man blitz in the end. Orlando Brown looks like he's about to get beat here. He was the second worst, offensive lineman for us this week. 1 second, I just gotta move this up so I can get this over. Okay, there we go. Let me move my screen down there. Okay. So it's 1st and goal here. Orlando Brown looks like he's getting beat. Jonah has his guy. Everyone has their guy for the most part. That's not bad. And this is a touchdown to Irv Smith, which, again, I can't stress enough. I have trashed Irv Smith a lot this year, and this game, he played amazing, man. He had that touchdown, and obviously he had the other catch, and I don't think he really did anything else outside of that. But still, though, great play. All right, so they went right down the field and scored a touchdown within, 5 minutes, which really sucked because, we had all that momentum and so, confident and, yes, this is it, man. And then they just go right down the field and walk down the field on us. So, it is what it is. That's kind of how our defense always starts off. You know, we always start off where we allow a touchdown and we get beat on the first drive, and then we lock up the rest of the defense, the rest of the game, and we play bend, don't break. All right, so you gotta love it when you see. Okay, hold up. Who is blocking him? Because we have a center and a right guard Kappa right here, and I see a guy in Joe's face. I'm gonna guess, so this was an incomplete pass. This actually ended up being roughing the passer. Yeah, it was roughing the passer in the end here. Who did he beat? Kappa. He swinged right past Kappa. Kappa, man, you literally got destroyed on that play. And this was the roughing the passer because he grabbed him by the neck and threw him to the ground. But this is, again, just... That's a bad one offensive line. That's a bad one offensive line. Yep, nope. Joe gets slammed to the ground because Kappa got blown past on the play. Yeah, that's not a good play call there. I'm not a good play call. Good play execution there. All right, so this looks like, what is this? It looks like a screen. Okay, you know what? I don't even know what that play call is. No. I don't not know what that play call is. It's a mixed direction, obviously. But it's like, it looked like a screen pass because of the offensive lineman, but I think that's kind of how the execution is supposed to be. It's usually, what's really messing me up on that play, right, is because that play, I'm correct myself now, I know what that play is, because that play usually uses a tight end on that play. If you've watched Baltimore at all, you know, Baltimore used to run that play all the time with Joe Flacco with a tight end. They roll out to the right, or go to the left, roll out to the right, and then bam, you hit the tight end in the flat. It messed me up because Yoshi was where the tight end would be. So it kind of was like, wait, why is the wide receiver there? It's because Yoshi was where a tight end would be in a normal system. All right, 2nd and inches, play clock 4 seconds, man. It's like we're running the play clock down, but we're not really. We're actually trying to just, you know, play a normal football, but, you know, we're really just not the greatest with play clock management. Right here, though, it's going to be 1st down 10. I mean, look, it's almost comical. It's almost comical how crazy bad we were with this play clock. And then 2 seconds, hike the ball with 1 second on the play clock. The run play, they shut that down on the outside. All right, 1st down 10, 8 seconds on the play clock. See, that's not bad. 8 seconds is actually logical. That's actually, like, normal. Right here, though, offensive line, I mean, the pocket's collapsing, don't get me wrong, but everyone has their guy. So it's actually not that bad of an offensive line here. Although, I say that, but then, I mean, the pocket collapsed. Wow, that pocket collapsed fast. Because these two guys let the guys go through on Joe. Yeah, that pocket collapsed very quickly here. And who was that who let him go through? It was Kappa. It was Kappa again. It was Kappa and Travion Williams blocking those two guys. And Kappa got beat and Travion got beat. And it led to this rolling out and running around with our guy. Now, in the defense, they are rushing, what? 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 guys. They're rushing 5 guys on this play. Actually, 6 guys? 6 people. Okay, never mind. See, okay, they're blitzing 6 people. I'm not even gonna trust Kappa or the offensive line and Travion for that. They're blitzing 6 people in that play, man. Like you're only gonna have so long to throw that ball when they're blitzing 6 people. And did they do it again? They do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-man rush, back-to-back plays. Wow. And this actually has time to throw the ball. See, these are plays with the offensive line where you look at it and you're like, wow, the offensive line looked really good. And this is what I think when you're watching it live, these are plays when you look at it and you're like, wow, the line looked good. Because he actually has time to throw it here, and they're blitzing 6 people. When there's a 6-man pass rush that can't get home, that is amazing on the offensive line. Yeah, you see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people in the end here. And, I mean, everyone, Orlando Brown has his guy, Jonah has his guy. This is what you want to see in a perfect scenario. And listen, throughout the game, the offensive line is never going to be perfect, okay? There's going to be plays where they lose, okay? There's going to be plays where they win. This is what you want to see majority of the time, right? And against a 6-man pass rush, usually you never see that type of excellence right there. So I think that's definitely a, credit for the offensive line here. And again, right here, same concept. First down and 10, he's looking right for Tanner Hudson. Gets it to Tanner Hudson here, and that's going to be a first down and some. And again, another really critical play by Tanner Hudson. I can't stress enough how amazing this man is. And, man crush at this point because this guy he's getting the job done. And it's exactly what we need here in this game was if we didn't have this, type of execution out of our tight ends, we would have been in a very, very bad spot in this game. So shout out to him for that. First down 10, though. You see it? Play clock. Yeah, it is what it is. First down 10, though, this was a pass, and it was just a miscommunication, I think, altogether. Joe was actually pressured. Well, he was somewhat pressured here. Vaughn was getting around Jonah. Okay, Vaughn was getting around Jonah. If he doesn't throw it right here, Vaughn is going to get to Jonah, and get to Joe, and he's going to sack Joe, right? He had to do that. Now, obviously, you could say, well, Joe needs to step up in the pocket more, right? But at the end of the day, it's Von Miller. Von Miller, once he gets around you, he's going to get to your quarterback no matter what. Second down and 10 here. Just saying, play clock. I'm not going to put it out the rest of this video, okay? But it is definitely something to talk about. So right here, Joe does actually step up in the pocket here because our line's actually blocking very, very good here. It is going to be a 5-man pass rush, which again, all night they bought this 5-man pass rush. But right here, Joe steps up in the pocket because our line does create the holes for him to do so. And he throws the ball here to T. Higgins, and T. Higgins gets the touchdown. So again, amazing play right there by our line. Not a touchdown, sorry. He is short, I believe. Yeah, he is short. But amazing play by our offensive line right there. Amazing play by, obviously, Joe. And a great play by T, almost getting a touchdown. He actually ends up stepping out of the 3-yard line, I believe. All right, first and goal. This is a screen. Oh, it's actually called a bubble pass, a bubble screen to Jamar Chase, and they're all over that. Now, keep in mind, as Brian Callahan said, throughout the game, they were in absolutely turmoil to avoid Jamar Chase from scoring a touchdown and getting a celebration on them. So, they did everything humanly possible to avoid that, which, it is what it is. All right, second and goal here. Jonah got, slapped to the face by Gregory Rosario right there. And it ends up being almost a touchdown to Jamar Chase. He ends up getting his feet down, but he cannot bring the ball down in his hands. And that touchdown would have been absolutely amazing because, obviously would have gotten a, touchdown celebration, but it is what it is. Third and goal here, though. Joe Mixon does rush it in himself and gets a touchdown. Again, amazing play right there by Joe Mixon, as always. All right, next drive later. We actually stopped them, thankfully. So we got the ball back, and now let's see what we do on first down and 10. It's going to be a play-action pass. And again, keep in mind, not one play so far, and I'm, done the first quarter, now in the second quarter. We have not ran one play on the center. Every play has been in shotgun. Now, again, a lot of the reasons why is because, number one, look at how many people they're blitzing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. Pretty much the whole entire game. Also, keep in mind, our offensive line, you saw so far, has not been playing the best on certain plays. They've been playing good on some, but not all. And when you under center like that and your offensive line struggles, you're going to get sacked within seconds. You see some of these plays where, the line breaks down instantly, but Joe has to step up or move around or run for his life. You can't really do that when you're under center because it's very close quarters, right? And if a lineman gets pushed back, you're going to get sacked. So, again, another, reason why we can't run anything but shotgun. And we became very predictable in the second half. And I think it's because they kind of learned that concept on us, right? They kind of were like, ooh, you guys kind of aren't going to run anything but shotgun here. So you can blitz better, right? You can send different packages when you do that. So right here is a wide receiver screen pass, goes absolutely nowhere. And again, when the thing about screen passes, right, I love screen passes, but when they're blitzing 6 people every single play, screen passes almost become like just impossible to run because there's so many guys in the backfield. I know I said earlier that screen passes are good when they're blitzing, but it depends on the screen pass, right? If it's a halfback screen pass, yes. But if it's a wide receiver screen, bubble screen, that kind of stuff, no, because then there are people in the backfield who shut it down. So again, we run the ball right there, and that's when we were actually successful. Is the best way to beat a blitz usually is run the ball, right? Run the ball when they're blitzing you. We didn't really take advantage of that in this game. I'll definitely say that. We didn't take advantage of the whole concept. Again, like I said, you know, you can't run the ball every single play because they're going to shut that down too. You can't become one-dimensional, and that's something we try to avoid in this game as much as humanly possible, was become one-dimensional and also utilize this one running back. We went back to Travion there, and now we bring up 3rd and 3. Critical down here. And again, we go ahead and put Drew Sample in the backfield here, and this ends up being a flag. Now, this ends up being a delay of game penalty, which again, like I said before, is just... Oh, no. This was a false start. My bad. This was not the delay of game. There was a 3rd and 3. I think that was a delay of game. That was a false start, which, again, Alex Kappa, it is what it is. It didn't look like a false start to me, but... Let me see. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into that because false starts, you can't... What I hate is when they show a play like that and like, oh yeah, this is false start. How are you going to show me that angle and tell me it's false start? Because like that angle does not tell me anything, right? The angle you have to show me is the top down angle so I can actually see if it's a false start or not. When you show me that angle, what am I going to see behind him? I can't tell anything from behind. I got to tell from a top down angle to see if his head moved, but they don't show that, which I don't like. Anyway, 3rd and 8 here, me complaining. 3rd and 8 here, though, it's going to be Jonah ends up pushing Mon Miller out to the outside there. Great play by Jonah there. Great play by Orlando Brown. And it ends up being a check down option here to Drew Sample, and he does not get a first down. Now, I talked about this live in the game, and it really ticked me off because I feel like if Drew doesn't, like, bobble this at first, right? He doesn't bobble that catch right there, I feel like he gets a first down. But I feel like he bobbled it a little bit, and then he started running. And by the time he starts running, it's automatically like, yeah, they're gonna catch you, right? They're gonna get you. But again, this is a really great, great concept here. Oh, yeah, I'd say play here by Jonah. So what Jonah does here is his job is he knows he's not going to stop Von Miller, okay? He knows he's not going to stop him in this play. So you push him, get him to the outside, and curl him around your quarterback so he can't actually get to the quarterback. So great play right there by Jonah, but just horrible execution right there by us there. Okay, so... Wait, hold up. What? I am so confused right now. So, 4th and 2... We went for this, didn't we? No, we punted this ball. We definitely punted that ball. Alright, so next drive later. I don't remember if we got the ball back from a turnover here. I feel like we might have. I'm not sure. Okay, whatever. 1st down and 10 here, though. It's going to be a play action pass. Actually, was that play action? That wasn't play action. That was just a pass. And it ends up being a pass down the field. This one, again, to Tanner Hudson. Again, another big play right there. Go up and get it. And again, this is the type of concept that I love here so much, is plays like this, right? Because at the end of the day, and no. 4th and 2, we did get a first down. We went for it on 4th. No, we punted it. No, because we did not play aggressive that early. So we did something on defense. I forget what we did on defense. All right, so anyway, though, this is the type of play where you just make the active roster, right? You make the 53. You're getting your first chance to go out there and play great football. And you go up and you make a play like this. And this is the play that gets you on the roster for a long time. Because listen, you're going to get hit right here. There's someone behind you, right? But you have to hold on to that ball no matter what. You take the hit, you take the punishment, but you do it because you want to give your team the best chance possible. All right, 2nd and 1. We call a timeout because... No, we didn't call a timeout. What? All right, 2nd and 1. we end up doing quarterback sneak. This was such a bad call. It wasn't it wasn't a bad call. It was just a very, very poor execution on here. So pretty much Linval Joseph, if you guys not know who Linval Joseph is, he was D-tackle for the Vikings for forever. He played on other teams too. They just picked him up before this game. He was actually on his couch before this game. Anyway though, so you can see right here, he actually destroys this play here because Volson is supposed to block him. Actually no, who's supposed to block him? Is that Teddy? I think Teddy was supposed to block him, and Teddy fell down. I can't exactly see. It looks like Teddy was supposed to block him, and yeah, I think Teddy fell down. Yeah, Teddy fell down. So Teddy was supposed to block him, and Teddy fell down, which allowed, that to happen. And then on 3rd and inches here, this is critical, right? Look at that play clock. 2 seconds. Okay, 1 second. Hike the ball. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, come on. That is such a bull crap. Really? You know how many times I have seen an NFL team hike the ball when there's double zeros on there and they give them that 1 or 2 seconds extra because apparently the line judge has to look at the play clock, look and see the ball is snapped, look at the play. Like, they have to do that 1 and 2. That is... That is a Cincinnati Bengals we don't like you type of scenario. I'm sorry, but that is a Bengals we don't like you type scenario. Amount of time I have seen that not be a delay of game. Look at Justin Tucker's 67-yard field goal. Tell me the Ravens did not wait longer than that to hike the ball with double zeros on the clock. Come on now. 5 seconds on the play clock. It's like every single down. We could literally run this clock off with how amazing we did with just running the clock. Right here, though, on 3rd and 5, Jonah got destroyed. Volson's getting destroyed. Orlando Brown's getting beat. This was a mess. This was a mess, and then Joe takes off running. Gets the first down. This is the drive that's going to frustrate all of us, let's be honest. This was the frustrating drive. So, it ends up being a run here, and the pocket collapsed. Joe ends up running and taking off running, and then they call holding. Of course. Yeah, it is what it is, man. And then on 3rd and 15, they call holding again. 3rd and 15, they call holding again. And, oh no, they called offsides here. Okay, they called offsides. But don't worry, because when they call offsides on them, they're going to call holding the next play. 3rd and 10 here now. Now they call holding the next play. 1 second on the play clock when we hike the ball. Joe gets sacked, and they call holding. And then Joe's finger, which I can't show on YouTube because it has, obviously the B word on there. And then we kick a field goal. And we make it. 55-yard field goal attempt. But they say right here where my cursor is, this is Orlando Brown. And they say Orlando Brown jumped on this play. They say he jumped, false start. Which I talked about this last night. Let's see. Where? Dude, he's like the only one who didn't move. Do you see this? Everyone else's heads are popping up. He's not moving at all. I gave my opinion on that last night. It is what it is. All right, so before halftime here, 3:29 to go. I'm pretty sure this is after the Cam Taylor-Britt interception. We got some motion in the ocean here and a pass to Tanner Hudson, and he drops it. That was this was a bad pass altogether by Joe. And I think a lot of it was his finger because it got, cut. But yeah, so 2nd and 10 here though. Let's see. line doing a decent job. Joe Mixon is not going to be able to block him. I'll just be honest with you. But it ends up being a pass down the field here, and it's incomplete, intended for Jamar Chase. Jordan Poyer ended up getting hurt on the play, so he would have to come out because of concussion protocol. Right here on 3rd and 10 here, we have, it looks like Travion Williams in as a blocker here. And it's going to be a pass play across the middle. It's going to bring up 4th and 1 as Tyler Boyd. But how did the line? Oh, the line did pretty okay on that play. Not bad line there. Again, like I said, they're blitzing everyone every play. 4th and 1. Look at that play clock again, man. 5 seconds left. Okay. Oh, that play clock. All right, so 4th and 1 here. It's going to be a pass play. Jonah is going to get beat by 50 here, so Joe has to get the ball out of his hands because he's getting beat. All the other linemen look like they're doing a pretty good job, and it's a completion to Jamar Chase across the middle. 1st down. And another great play by Jamar Chase. 7-11 there. All right, 1st and 10. Let's see what we got here. Wait, what's the time of possession? 20:36 to 7 minutes time of possession. That is insanity. 13 more minutes of time possession than them. That is great. That is great. We had to call it, I think. Yeah, we had, oh wait, we call it, no, 2-minute warning. Okay, so we did not call a timeout there. Okay, which actually is good. 6 seconds to go on the play clock. We hiked the ball. Might be a lot of reasons why. It was because our play clock management on why we were able to, run so much time off. 2nd and 7 here, though. Pocket collapsing. I mean, I will say, so pocket collapses here, and obviously, yes, Joe had to roll out to his right-hand side. Incomplete, intended for Tyler Boyd. But that really, although, yes, it was a collapsing pocket, no one got beat on this play. I mean, everyone still held up their guy and avoid Joe from getting hit. So, even though the pocket did collapse, it wasn't like it was, oh, he collapsed and now bam. No, it was actually pretty okay. 2 seconds, 1 second on the play clock. You got to call a timeout. Got to use another timeout here because, I'm sorry, first timeout here because the play clock was mismanaged. Yeah. All right, right here. Okay. Well, they're blitzing. How many people are they blitzing here? Oh my gosh. Hang on. Hold up. So they're blitzing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people here. Pocket collapses. It ends up being a Drew Sample touchdown. And again, this is why these plays work like this. Because when you blitz 6 people, right? Listen, you only have 11 people on defense, right? 11 people. You're blitzing almost more than half of your players on that one play. So more than half of your defense is in the backfield. That means 5 players now are down the field. 5 players. And there's 6 people in the backfield. So that means there's 5 on 5 now. So everyone has a person they're accounted for. That's usually when these plays end up being touchdowns like this. Great play call there too. Especially because, again, you knew they were bringing the blitz, right? You knew they were bringing the pressure. And it's just a nice little delayed. So what this is called a block and release play. So you can run this one the tight end, the running back, whatever. Their job is to block and release. So they block, they got the guy, and then the second they don't need to block their guy anymore, lineman picks them up, they release, and now they're a free option. It's actually a great way to beat any defense because who's going to cover him, right? Because everyone thinks on defense, okay, well, he's blocking, he's not running out of the route. So everyone has their guy now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. So wait, they ended up, where would they blitz? They might have dropped somebody then. I thought they were blitzing 6 people. It looks like they're only, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, there's somebody in here we're not seeing. So they're actually blitzing 5 people. Okay, I thought they was blitzing 6 people. I say blitz 5, and then they have 6 out here. Which again, like I said, still, somebody's not accounted for. And then it ends up being a touchdown on that play. Great play. All right, second half here. So let's get started right away. Did we do correct game management? We hiked the ball with 10 seconds on the play clock. That right there is a win. That right there is probably the biggest win of the night. Okay, look. 8 seconds on the play clock for hiking the ball. This is actually pretty good. All right, 2nd and 7, and Orlando Brown is getting beat on the play, and Jonah Williams, so he has to throw the ball quick to the outside. Ends up being a completion for around a couple yards. All right, 4 seconds on the play clock. We are back. We are back to this very bad execution of the play clock. We hiked the ball 1 second on the play clock. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, Jonah's getting the short on this play. Let's see, though. Does he recover? He recovers. Okay, so he was getting beat on the play, but okay, I would say he recovered in the aspect of that Joe took off running. But if Joe didn't take off running, I don't think he would have recovered on that. I think he would have went inside and got Joe. So I don't think that would have been as much of a recovery if not for Joe Burrow being Joe Burrow. All right, so this is a screen pass to the right-hand side. Higgins is too good, man. Higgins is too freaking good. This was what scared the crap out of me there. This right here, oh my gosh, it literally gave me like a heart attack when I saw this. Because when I saw him go like this, and then he's going to juke out the ankle with a Micah Hyde. But when he one-handed that ball on the left hand, I'm like, dude, you are right-handed. You are one-handing the ball in your left hand. I swear on everything, if that ball gets hit, tapped, or whatever, and you drop this, man, oh my gosh, this is going to be the worst thing ever. But instead, he's T. Higgins, man. And I got to stop. I can never doubt T. Higgins. There's a reason why I have his framed jersey on the wall over there. Man's a monster. All right, so we have a pass here. Again, Orlando Brown. Jonah got 2 guys on him. And it's a deep ball down the field. This play, this is where Jamar Chase got hurt. And now, obviously, Jamar Chase, might not play in the Texans game because of this play. This is the reason why Jamar Chase might not play in the Texans game. And I know a lot of people like, that was an awful play. That was an awful, thing. Why would Joe throw it deep there? Why do you throw it deep there? Because you have Jamar Chase, okay? That's why you throw it deep there. Why do you throw it deep there? Because you want to get a PI call, right? If you think that Chase can't catch that, at least if he gets a PI call, you're going to have the ball at the 5-yard line. Obviously, Joe did not think this was going to end up where Chase lands on his back and really mess up his lower back, but it is what it is. It was a really bad play in the end because of that. We hiked the ball 1 second on the play clock. Guys, it's like this has to be the worst play clock execution of the year. And then this play, Orlando Brown's getting destroyed by his guy. So Joe has to check it down to the backfield here, because if not, I mean, listen, that's going to be absolutely nothingness. Checks it down, and I mean, he gets no yards. He gets no yards at all. So yeah. And right here, they drop back 1 guy, but they're still blitzing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. And again, they did this all game long. Like, this wasn't just a 1-2 play type scenario. They probably blitzed us in this game, I want to say 60, 70% of the time. And you see, look at the play clock. 1 second, right? And as he said, I said this live. It looks like he calls a timeout here. You see that? Well, no, actually, no, that's not a timeout. He's going like this. He's saying, like, he's pointing toward Chase. Okay, never mind. I looked like he was going to call a timeout, but he wasn't. 4 seconds, right? Hike the ball. That's 0 seconds on the play clock, guys. We might have got... We see... But see, look. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. That's 2 Mississippis at 0, and they don't call it delayed game. The reason why they don't call it delayed game there is because, again, the line judge has to look at the clock, see the ball snapped, and then makes a decision. Earlier in the game, when they called delayed game, I'm telling you right now, that was a little sketchy. I think that was a little sketchy. I think they might have called that because they wanted to keep the game closer, okay? Just saying, I think earlier that might have been a little sketchy. Ball gets tipped there and knocks out of, gets hit there, so it's not a completion. It is what it is. Right here we have screen pass to Joe Mixon, and they're looking back at that play with Jamar Chase, and again, Man, last thing we need is Jamar Chase to go down with injury. He is the most productive player on this offense. All right, 2nd and 5. It's a pass play here to our boy T. Higgins. And if you watch this play back, right, look at the absolute dominance. Now, this is Rasul Douglas. Shout out to Tom Grassi. Because they actually just traded Rasul Douglas to the Bills right before our game. Isn't that fantastic? But look at this. He is all over him. This is low-key PI. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that was a little bit bad take by me. But still, though, great coverage in the end, I guess, then. But T. Higgins just absolutely bullies him, so. 1st down 10 here. It's a run play. Goes absolutely nowhere because they were right in our backfield. And this is what happens when you blitz that many people. And you know what's funny? So we hiked the ball 1 second on the play clock. Shout out to that. We have not ran one single play here under center with 3 minutes to go in the game. I didn't look at how many shotgun plays we called. We called every play out of shotgun this game so far. That's not surprising, but still. Orlando Brown right here is going to get beat. And so Joe has to throw the ball. Actually, let me see. No, he recovers. No. He doesn't get beat. He recovers. Kappa's getting beat. Kappa is about to get beat. He actually recovers very well. But Alex Kappa here is about to get beat, so he has to throw the ball. He throws it. Bam. Great play right there to T. Higgins. So again, like I said, I got to correct myself there because, again, if they recover, they're not getting beat on the play. That's just, as long as they recover, it's okay. 3rd and 5. Motion to Yoshi for T. Higgins there. And it's going to go ahead and be is this a timeout? No, this is not a timeout. We did hike the ball, though, with 2 seconds to go on the play clock. 3rd and 5. Joe rolls out to the right-hand side, looks down the field, incomplete. This was the call, right? This was the 4th and 5. And the worst thing about this, by the way, was before we did this, right? We tried to run the clock down to try to draw them off sides. And we couldn't draw them off sides, so then we used the timeout. So we wasted a timeout in the 3rd quarter here with, a close ball game here. We wasted timeout. And it looked like we were trying to draw them off sides and then call a timeout and kick a field goal. Which, again, Money Mac could make this field goal. It's roughly around, 48 would be 55-yard field goal. Which he obviously made earlier. Well, barely made earlier. But he still made it. And he made it in the past. So anyway, instead of kicking a field goal here, we tried to draw him offside. We call a timeout. So it's like, okay, well, then obviously, you're trying to, you're going to call a timeout and kick a field goal. We waste a timeout in a very close game here where we do need a field goal right here to put us up 2 scores. Instead, we go for it, and this is the play call we have. So first off, the pocket completely collapses. Left tackle, Orlando Brown gets beat on this play. Jonah not getting beat, but he's getting pushed back into Burrow. So it ends up having to be a check down pass across the middle because, again, the pocket's collapsing. Joe has to get rid of the ball, and he ends up checking it down across the middle. It goes absolutely nowhere. Just like that now, bam. It is what it is. 1st down 10, though. Next drive later. Our defense, again, gets another stop. It's amazing how great our defense played in this game. No, this was actually Irv Smith. So Irv Smith catches the football, and the guy punches the ball right out of his hands. Right out of his hands, punches the ball, and then going back, and I don't usually show defensive plays on, this series, but I'm going to show this because I don't care, and the NFL Twitter page did not give him enough credit. So look at that. Punches the ball out of Kincaid's hand. And they're on our, I think it was 25-yard line? They're about to go in and score a touchdown on us. And Jermaine Pratt, man. Jermaine Pratt does that. He saves the day. Look at that. Look at that play clock. 1 second. And now this one is actually not even on us. So what Joe's doing right here is he's saying, hey, the play clock was running when it shouldn't have been running. Sometimes this is a mistake by the refs where the play clock will run when it's not supposed to be running. So this was actually a mistake by the ref. So we didn't use a timeout there because the ref was running the play clock when he shouldn't have been. I hate when they do that, but it is what it is. All right, 2nd and 10 here though. Pass play, line looking okay, looking decent. We can put it here to T. Higgins. And again, another play where T just absolutely manhandles the defender. I mean, like, the defender, it's not even like they're not calling bad coverages. It's just T, man. T just better than them. 1 second on the play clock. We have to use our second timeout here. Our second timeout we have to use here because of just 1 second on the play clock. Can't get to the line. Can't get the play in fast enough. And we have 1 second on the play clock. Bam. We have to waste another timeout in a very crucial 11-point game because of that. We have 1 timeout left now with 12:33 to go in the game because of we went for the 4th and 5 and we got another almost delay of game penalty. It was a problem the whole entire game. Now here is, again, I can't stress this enough how important this play is. 3rd and 1, right? This is the critical play of the game. Because if you go 3 and out here, you get the ball back to them, they can go ahead and field, score a touchdown, make it a one score game, 3-point game, whatever, right? This is how critical this play is. Who are you going to get the ball to in this critical play? Tanner Hudson. A guy who just got activated off the practice squad, right? And this right here, he knows if I catch this football, I'm going to get hit from the back and I'm going to get hit from the front. He knows he's going to take a beating on this play. But he also knows that how critical this play is. And when I say this is, I think if this was Irv Smith, this ball was dropped. If this is Irv Smith, this ball was dropped. And honestly, if there's a lot of players, right, on that play, that ball probably ends up being dropped. But because of, again, the situation where he's trying to make the roster, he's trying to, show something good on tape here for us. This is the type of play that, as a coach, even if he doesn't put up great stat sheet numbers, every catch Tanner Hudson did in this game was critical catches. And that cannot be understated enough. That cannot be understated enough how critical and amazing that catch actually was. Right here, though, it's going to be an incomplete pass intended for Drew Sample, I believe. Right? Drew Sample? That's Tanner. That's Tanner Hudson. Okay, never mind. 2nd and 10 here, though. What's our play clock at? Okay, so we hiked the ball now with what? 7 on the play clock? 5 on the play clock. That's not horrendous. And this is actually the Jamar Chase 2nd and 10. Chase goes deep play. I want to go back here. I want to see our line. So, okay, Teddy looks like the guy might be getting past him, but it's okay. Throws the ball here and actually almost gets blocked right there because the guy did get past Teddy. Guy got past Teddy there, and Chase makes a great play down the sideline. Just absolutely gets right past. Is that Rasul Douglas? No, that's Jackson. That is Jackson. That's not Rasul Douglas. Destroys Jackson on the play. We run the ball next play later, get a couple yards. Now, again, these are the drives right here, I will say, where you got to punch it in the end zone. And the execution at the end of this is what's really frustrating. What really kills me is how bad we executed this at the end. So, 2nd and 8, right? All day to throw it. Joe ends up throwing it away because he's about to get sacked on the play. And honestly, I really can't blame the offensive line for this because he did have a lot of time. Maybe not a lot of time. Okay, maybe not. Can we get a different angle? Thank you for a different angle. Who got beat on this play? Jonah. Jonah got beat on this play. Maybe I can blame the offensive line on that one. Kind of Jonah's responsibility on that play, I will say. All right, 3rd and 8. Look at the play clock. Look at the play clock. 1 second on 3rd and 8. You got to waste another timeout. Now you have no timeouts now. Going into 10 minutes to go in this game. It's a 3rd and 6. Very critical play here. If you don't get this, this is pretty much... obviously, you don't get this, you kick a field goal. But, they can come back and, do something special against you and score a touchdown quickly. You have no timeouts left, So anyway, though, we end up throwing the ball across the middle here to T. Higgins. Great play right there. And now you think, right? Okay, well, it's 1st and goal. So you're like, okay, well, this is not a big deal, right? We're at the 7-yard line. We'll punch it in here, right? We'll get a touchdown. Run play goes absolutely nowhere. 2nd and goal here. It's a quick pass to Irv Smith. And I'll be honest with you, if that's Tanner Hudson who gets this ball right here, it's probably a touchdown. Honestly, if it's by anyone but Irv Smith, this is probably a touchdown. Because they would probably lower their body and just like dive for the end zone. But Irv kind of like falls backwards into it and doesn't get it. And on 3rd and goal with 3 seconds left on the play clock, we end up trying to check it down here to the running back out of the backfield, who wouldn't have had a touchdown anyway. Joe would not have gotten a touchdown on this, but it ends up being blocked by their guy right here, and it is what it is, man. It ends up being tipped by Gregory Rosario. So now, next drive later, they score a touchdown, right? So now this is a very, very critical drive. We need to get down the field and make some plays here. First play we go is Tyler Boyd deep, and he gets the ball almost into field goal range on the first play of the game. This is a call where, listen, you know, you could play conservative here, right? You can run the ball 3 plays in a row and try to get a first down. That's what they're expecting. This is a call that says, listen, I have some effing nuts on me, okay? That's when you got some big balls right there, and you called that play. 2 seconds on the play clock, but it's okay because we're trying to run the clock. Okay, so this actually is not a bad thing. This is actually not bad. We're trying to run the clock down. We run it twice, and then we run to the outside, and we win the game. And again, this play, we can't trust this enough either. Look at this play. We're going to watch it back here, okay? Because it's better to watch it here. So it's 3rd and 8. This is a desperate stop that the Bills need. Joe Mixon against Von Miller, one of the best in the league, right? 1-on-1. Joe Mixon goes, whoopsies, and gets a first down. Von Miller, boom, nothing. If Von stops in there, potentially they have a chance to beat us, okay? They have a chance, right? Because you never know. We kick a field goal, what if we miss it? They go downfield, score a touchdown, they beat us, right? Absolutely amazing play right there by Joe Mixon. Guys, I know this video is long. Make sure to like and subscribe button if you are indeed new. Every single week we go through and we break down the whole entire game, talking about the good, the bad, the ugly. And that's what the good, bad, and the ugly was. The takeaway today, of course, is always play clock management. Our line, I'll be honest with you, I think they got the correct grades. I think they got the correct grades for the most part. I think maybe the grades were a little harsh on some categories, but I think for the most part they got the correct grades. Every single play we ran out of shotgun. We ran 0 plays on the center there, but they were blitzing us a lot, so I'm not even gonna trash on that one. They blitzed us almost every single play at this point. Anyway, guys, deuce.